Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my dearest Scorpios. Scorpios, this is your reading for Mars moving into Aries. Now, Mars actually moved into Aries back on June 27th, and it's going to stay there until January 6th, 2021. So this is kind of an unprecedented amount of time for Mars to stay in one sign. And this is, the reason for this is that it's going to go retrograde from September 9th through November 13th. So we just have to be aware that that we might feel our efforts suddenly stall, or we might run into conflict and frustration, but let's cross that bridge when we get there. So as you guys know, Mars is this powerful planet of passion and drive, and it's going to be spending an extraordinarily long time, 6 months, in its home sign of Aries. When this happens, we see a great deal of momentum build, and our lives are pumped full of energy. I'm so happy you guys get that bird singing out there. It's really started kicking off as soon as I started this reading. Now that Mercury has gone direct and we can harness this energy to burn brightly, pursue our personal goals, our ambitions, and our independence. And for me personally, I have my moon in Scorpio. I really believe I had to wait to do these readings until Mercury went direct, because I just couldn't. I had it on my to-do list. I just couldn't make the time. I couldn't find the energy. And as soon as Mercury went direct, boom, I started doing these readings. So this Mars energy is also aggressive, and it's going to push us to go after whom or what we want impulsively without thinking about it twice. Okay. So, so interesting energy to harness right now to make things happen and cut away the things that no longer serve us. So as always, you guys, I have the tarot decks that I'm using listed down below in the description box. Had these hiding over there with some smoky quartz. Let's go ahead and jump into this reading. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space, and the beautiful birds and nature, okay, to this reading to deliver the messages that we need to hear. I also have my Emperor energy here just to oversee this reading and to give these messages some additional authority. All right, so let's go ahead, let's jump into this, Scorpios. Also, just a little caveat, there is construction going on around here. Look at that. I'm going to leave it out because that's where it wanted to be, strength. There is construction going on in the house, so if you hear any loud bangs, that's what it is. Messages for my dearest Scorpios. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any placement you might have, and also my Crosswatchers are welcome. As you know, Scorpios are wildly attractive. So I don't blame you if you've fallen in love with a Scorpio. All right, messages for Scorpio for this Mars and Aries reading, please. Good. Look at you coming out in your reading. Look at that. But there's a little bit of resistance in your surroundings. Oh, Scorpio. Hierophant card blocking you. Queen of Wands. Yep, this is your energy. I read Scorpio. You guys have your sub-ruler as Mars, if I'm not mistaken. And so look at this. You have the Knight and the Queen of Wands. Oh, some of you might have been involved with somebody who was younger than you. Look at that. Whoa, Scorpio, there's some serious tension. I'm picking up also on a lot of sexual tension here for you guys as well. All right, so your overall energy is the Knight of Cups. So you have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Guys, if this isn't your energy, it's a water sign or fire sign that you might be dealing with. Maybe a younger energy, or maybe just a less developed emotionally type energy. But these are my 2 player cards coming out. So somebody who didn't want to make a commitment. My Knight of Cups in reverse, this is Orion energy. And this is someone who really enjoys the thrill of the chase, the hunt. And when it's in reverse, it's somebody who's not quite in touch with their emotions. And this can come out in a couple of different ways, but somebody who doesn't really know what they want, or they're not ready to make a commitment. They might be in love with the idea of you or the idea of the thing. It doesn't all have to be romantic. Again, it could be, it could be business. It could be anything. It could be somebody in your family. But the Knight of Cups in reverse could also be somebody who just isn't emotionally available either, but they're very smooth talking, they're very romantic. They probably came in and out of your life really quickly, because I'm seeing that with the Knight of Wands. And Scorpio, this might have really done a number on you. I'm picking up on this energy, somebody who did you dirty. But look at that, we've got the Four of Cups in reverse. Somebody wasn't emotionally available. And I really feel like it's this Knight energy. And with this Four of Cups in reverse, I think they're seeing that now, what they missed out on, because I'm getting that, Scorps, you guys probably cut them out. Okay, you probably turned your back, turned up the heat too, where you were nice and kind and sweet, but when a Scorpio shoots to sting, or it goes to sting you, man, it burns. And sometimes it's unexpected, because they can be quite small creatures, or maybe you were a bit docile and I don't mean that as in like mentally docile, but you might have really fallen for this person. And seen a future with them. I'm really getting that this is coming out more than anything as a romantic situation. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. So you guys are coming out as the Strength card. Here's that Leo energy. I'm also getting that during this time period, you guys are just going to be fierce competitors, fiercely going after whom and what you want. And I really feel like you're not looking backwards, okay? But in your surroundings, we've got the Death card, your energy, in reverse. And I'm really picking up on there's some sort of resistance to this change. I feel like, Scorpio, you've had a major wake-up call. Look at that. We have the Nine of Wands, but I'm getting that you're coming out of this. This energy, this Knight of Cups in reverse, this Knight of Wands in reverse, I'm really picking up on is one person. For some of you, it could just be the pattern that you've been noticing about your relationships, and you've gone through a real soul-searching dark night of the soul, and you're ready to wake up and move forward. There's some resistance, though. Some of you might be partnered up. It could be friends and family. It could be your own resistance. It could just be ego saying, wait, let's not do this. This is scary. But I feel like, Scorpio, you're ready to make that move. What's blocking you? Again, this is the Hierophant card. This is conventional beliefs. It could be friends and family who are saying, no, Scorpio, don't go get all of those tattoos. No, Scorpio, don't make this giant move. Don't quit your day job, whatever it is. But you're ready. You're pushing through, because, Scorpio, you know what you want. You know what you need. And I think you're kind of done kowtowing, and you're done to placating others. You're done to fitting into, the little nice, neat, compartmentalized box that friends, family, society have sort of put you in, and that you've kind of found yourself complacently resting in that space, whether that's as your role as a mother, as a father, as a husband, as a wife, as a office worker, as an entrepreneur, whatever it is. You're really sort of like, you're really ready to bust out of your shell. You want to show the new you, and you kind of want to just excuse my language, and listen to that bird. He's going crazy confirming these messages. But just kind of flip the bird to everyone and say, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to do. And this is what makes me happy. I've been through a lot. I'm picking up, Scorpio, you guys have been through a lot. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to stand in your truth and in your authenticity. And that's what's going to bring you success. But there is some of this reticence coming from traditional values. Maybe some of you are a little bit hesitant about making that move, about, maybe you work for a university, maybe you work for a government or a large organization, and you've been slowly, maybe getting piercings, maybe getting tattoos, maybe, and take this as even metaphorically, you've been sort of just starting to sort of break out of the mold that you've been in for, for quite some time. Quite some time can mean a lot of different things for a lot of us, right? It can be years, it can be a lifetime, it can be, oh my gosh, I tried this for 6 months and this is just not who I am. Yeah, it could also be a marriage, it could be a contract, and it could just be that part of yourself that hears your school teachers or hears your parents, if they're still alive or not, telling you that, this isn't a good idea. You know, you should take the conservative road. You should take the safe road. But Scorpio, you are done with that. This Queen of Wands energy, this is your energy. The bird, we're competing. How beautiful is that? He's like, yes, yes, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing this bird just like, yes, Scorpio, this is it. You've got a lot to say. And this is big picture stuff in the work that you've been doing. So the Queen of Wands, she's a channeler. And if you just take a look at her fierce eye contact, I feel like this is what this energy of Mars and Aries for you, Scorpio, you're turning into this energy, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. But you're going to look anybody and everybody in the eye and say, you know what? This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. If you don't like it, then you best back the F off. Excuse my language, but I'm really picking up on this Scorpio energy. You guys are these fierce lions and lionesses. This leonine energy is fabulous, Scorpio, because there's no more BS. There's no more toeing the line for Scorpio. Okay, and I like it. Again, we've gone over these Knight of Cups. For some of you, it's going to be in love and relationships. For others of you, it could be this personal evolution where you didn't really commit because you didn't really know what you wanted and you weren't committed to your authentic self, and that person is just coming out. I am really getting, some of you guys are deciding, like trying to get tattoos or thinking about getting a sleeve or getting a tattoo, something along those lines. You know, because I'm getting that, you know, that you didn't really know what you wanted, but now it's becoming really clear. And now's the time. Coming in from above, we have the Nine of Swords. This is that Libra, Gemini, Aries, not Aries, but maybe we've got the Emperor here in this Aries energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And again, I think a lot of you guys, this is a product of the soul searching and the shadow work that you've been doing, and you've been in a dark space. But you know what? Look at that. You are not going to back down, and you are going to rise above. Seven of Wands. More fire energy. Fire, 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 fire. I mean, you guys are flanked by fire. You guys are spiritual warriors. You guys are fighting for what you believe is right, and just to be you. And that's what I'm getting. It's like, it's not like you're, you know, it's like you're just fighting to be you, and it's going to be rewarding. It's going to be rewarding. This is a huge evolution for you, and now's the time. You know, and this Mars and Aries energy is completely supporting you, Scorpio. So let's go ahead. We'll pull additional messages for my dearest Scorpios. I love this bird. I hope it's not too distracting for you guys, because it's a nice warm day. I have the windows open. But it's just so cool. He's been kicking off just as soon as I picked up my cards for you guys. And normally, you know, I wasn't sure who I was going to do first, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And Scorpio, you guys were calling out to me. And I love my Scorpios out there. Look at that double confirmation of the Hierophant card, Wisdom. You get 55 coming out. 55 is about conflict, so I do pick up on that. You know, I do pick up on that. You know, not everybody's going to be supportive of you. You might even be a bit combative. Do check yourself when it comes to being, you know, overly impulsive, Scorpio, but you know, you're going to rise above. This is something that, you know, again, you've been through a lot. You deserve to be able to be just you, to show the world who you are. Look at that, Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this really ties into this dark night of the soul energy that I'm picking up on. Some people are going to see this as a sudden shift in Scorpio. Wow, Scorpio's acting different. Wow, did you see Scorpio's new tattoo? It's just so funny that just keeps coming back to me. And you know, and they're going to think it's happened overnight. For some of you, it's going to be this wild success as well. It could be with business, a side hustle. You know, it might not be a mainstream side hustle. You know, some of you guys, not some of you, a lot of you are probably doing stuff that's out of the box. Whereas maybe before you were school teachers or office workers or government workers or, you know, professors or whatever, and you've decided to, you know, open up that shop or, you know, whatever it might be. Yep, so here we get a third 5 coming out. I love it. I love it. Some of you guys are seeing 555, looking at the clock, seeing it on license plates, doors, what have you. 555 is going to be important to you, okay? And it is. It's 55 is the master number. It's about conflict. It's about change, but it's beautifully tying into this reading, because 55 is also about instant manifestation, where people aren't going to realize all the effort that you've put in. You've lost. You've been through different cycles. Nobody understands those cycles of birth and harvest and rebirth and death as good or as well as a Scorpio does. You've been through a really dark period, whether people know that or not. Because Scorpios, we tend to be really intensely private. So a lot of people are going to see this as this instant change, but this is a long time coming, Scorpio, and it's well deserved. Nice. I like it. All right. And then you guys get, look at that. Yeah, look at that 5. You get 4 5s coming out. I mean, emotional loss, this is the 5 of Cups. I feel like this is what you've been through. And whether or not people realize how much you've been through or not, you've been in a lot of pain. And for some of us, it's from this Knight of Cups and this Knight of Wands in reverse energy. Somebody who maybe was sweet talking us, somebody that, you know, maybe we were in a relationship with or we just fell in love with, somebody we trusted. It doesn't all have to be romantic. For some of you, it may be an actual loss. Okay, somebody who has passed on. All right, that's what I'm picking up on. But if that's the case for you, if there is this person, this fire or water energy that has passed on, it's going to be really important that you understand, because what I'm getting, what's coming through here right now is that they are guiding you on this journey, and they're supporting you on going against the grain, on doing what Scorpio has to do, what's best for you, because the time is now. Again, my Scorpios, you guys haven't had it easy, all right? And I do apologize about the background noise, you guys. You know, Mars and Aries, I have people arguing back there. Oh, it's just so, you know, I try to think about what life was like before astrology, not really understanding outbursts and, you know, people's aggression and, you know, why people say things or why that got messed up or why things are going swimmingly or whatever. And now it's like, I'm sure many of you guys can identify with me. It's like, oh yeah, it's just Mars and Aries. Yeah. So do expect outbursts. Again, some of you guys are going to have to fight to be you, because you're going against the grain. Some people are going to say you're having a midlife crisis or you're too old to be behaving like that. Not true, Scorpio. Not true. Don't believe them for a second. And again, that faith card, that Hierophant card is like, have faith in yourself. And this bird that just doesn't want to, that just wants to be a part of this reading, wants to share his messages. Listen. Take a moment, Scorpios. What is that bird telling you? Trust your inner guidance. You understand better than I do. As he's quiet. If you can, hit pause, go back. Listen to that bird. What message, Scorpio, does that bird have for you? You guys are wise, intuitive souls. Okay. I'm pulling from the Barbieri Zodiac, and I'm going to read from the book. The messages are quite simple, but I feel like they're really poignant. And you guys get Aquarius. I like it. Aquarius is all about new. And you get Aries. I love it. Mars and Aries. Here's that powerful, powerful fire energy, that passion coming through. Scorpio, fighting to be you, fighting for your truth. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's like it's got this real anarchist feel to it. All right. So Aquarius, number 11. Remember, 11 is all about balance. And Aquarius is a fixed sign, okay, just like you guys. And it's an air sign. And the key phrase is, I know. The time period from January 20th through February 18th. The communicative energy of air finds determination in the fixed, stick-to-it quality. You may not have the answers, but you have a network available to you. Use it, and the answer to everything is at your fingertips. The key phrase, I know, is a little misleading. You don't necessarily know the answers, but rather you know how to find them. Yes, you do, Scorpio. In this situation, ask, who has the information I need? Having big visions and loving ideas makes for great conversations, but can leave a relationship empty of human emotion and others feeling neglected. Avoid being distant, detached, and cold. Okay, so for some of you guys, you might have to, the difficulties that you might experience, you might have to explain, especially if you're younger and you still need your parents' approval to do something, and even when you're older, if it's that part of you, that tough parent, we just went through the full moon in Capricorn, that side of ourselves that's like, oh, don't do that, that's too crazy, oh, don't dye your hair green. It's funny. I was talking to my personal healer during our healing session this week, and he's 80 years old, and he's this beautiful, powerful, strong man. And he's like, I would be a green-haired person, but I stopped myself there, because I could definitely be that green-haired person. And he's 80, so it's just so beautiful to hear those words. But, again, use it as a metaphor, or maybe not. Maybe it is some of you guys are about to dye your hair green. So then we have Aries, cardinal, key phrase I am, March 21st through April 19th. The dynamic energy of fire blends from the cardinal can-do quality and advocates taking action, take charge, take risks, take control. The key phrase I am means that the motivation is centered on the self. In this situation, ask, how does this benefit or affect me? Whatever you do it with as much energy as you can muster. Yeah, and you guys are definitely going to be, your lives are going to be infused with this energy. All right, so I apologize again, you guys. Your reading is rife with interruptions. Like, I'm just waiting for, like, what's next? What is the next interruption here? The energy of Aries can be really self-involved. While paying attention to your own best interests can be a good thing, it's easy to get caught up in the track and lose sight of the larger situation and avoid selfishness. Okay, so just a little bit of warning there. All right, I am going to now pull your final message, Scorpio, from Goddesses and Sirens. This is by Stacey DeMarco. Since we have the Emperor and this very heavy divine masculine energy, I thought it would be really great to end the reading with this divine feminine energy of Goddesses and Sirens, but they are all just these powerful warriors. So I feel like it was really fitting to sort of start with, Aries energy, the Emperor, the strategist, the warrior, and end with divine feminine, also warrior. All right, final message for Scorpio. White buffalo woman, peace. So I feel like this process, Scorpio, is what's going to bring you peace. But it's going to take some fighting. It's going to take some standing up for yourself. It's going to take some pushing the boundaries, pushing limits, but, ultimately peace. You are encouraged to find a more peaceful and connected way to live. A regular spiritual practice will transform you for the better. Connect more deeply with your own rituals of peace. Listening to the story of how White Buffalo Woman came to the Native American Lakota tribe, we might think she heralded war rather than peace, a proud and beautiful young goddess. Her first appearance among men was an eventful one. The chief of the Lakota tribe was trying to lead his people through a time of great famine. The buffalo had deserted them, and no rain had fallen in some time. I feel like this is also the period of this dark night of the soul. For some of you guys, this relationship, this Knight of Cups, this Knight of Wands energy might have been a while back, and you might have sort of closed yourself to love, and you might have been going through this dark sort of Nine of Swords energy, Nine of Swords period, which I'm picking up on is that, the buffalo deserting you, no rain had fallen. Okay, so the chief decided to send out 2 strong scouts to look for food. As they traveled through difficult country, they found little. They kept going, and as they walked, they saw a lovely woman in shining white upon the horizon. One of the scouts immediately told his companion that if she were as beautiful close up as she appeared to be, he would seize her and make her his wife. The other scout thought the woman looked otherworldly and perhaps was a sacred being. He shared his opinion with his friend and warned him against offending the young woman. Ignoring the advice, the first scout tried to hug and kiss the woman, and a thick white fog enfolded the two of them. Soon the cloud dispersed and only the woman remained, standing next to the first scout's bones. I feel like also, Scorpio, if this person is someone who's trying to come back into your life, oh my God, they're going to get a lot worse than a thick white cloud, right? The second scout was terrified and drew his bow in defense. However, the young woman soothed him and told him there was nothing to fear. She introduced herself as Tisanwi, which means white buffalo calf woman, and assured him that if the Lakota did all she asked, they would have a better, more prosperous, and more peaceful life. White buffalo woman taught the Lakota the right way to live and worship. She also introduced them to the sacred pipe, the chanumpa, and the profound ritual that accompanies it. Should white buffalo woman walk into your life, she's urging you to begin to develop processes and rituals to bring peace into your life. Peace of mind matters. Without it, we do not function at our best. And that's, I think, a lot of this reading is it's not going to be peaceful. And you might have to dissolve. Please don't hurt anybody, Scorpio, but you might have to dissolve your enemies, but not in a, not obviously in a physical way, but in a way of like separating yourself. And I think you're going to catch some flack. Not everybody's going to be ready for this transformation, but this is what brings peace to your life. Peace permeates all things, not just peace between people, but between people and the earth and its creatures. It may be time to deal with a certain person more peacefully, react in a calmer manner, or simply listen rather than speak. Okay? I think so, but I think also that comes after, Scorpio, you do what you have to do. And, if things do get really heated, because we have this Queen of Wands energy, we have this Knight of Wands in reverse, this can be really, really heavy energy. Some of you might have been reacting and not really happy about the way that you've been reacting to people who are opposing you or things that weren't going your way. And so really reframing it into doing what you need to do, but in a peaceful way, bringing you peace of mind, okay, is also going to be the answer. That's for just the few of you that have found yourselves having issues with anger management or having issues with really lashing out at opposition. That's not really going to help you. What's going to help you is actually acting on what you need to do to feel aligned and sort of leaving drama behind. But we do get the Seven of Wands. I'm getting for a lot of you, that's not going to be an option. A lot of you are going to have to stand up for what you believe and what you think and what you want to do. And you're being supported to do this because that's what's going to ultimately bring you peace of mind. And it's going to align your values. It's going to align your heart, your mind, your actions, and you're going to be accomplishing what you were put on this earth to do. All right, so Scorpios, I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I apologize about all those distractions. And leave me a comment if this is resonating with you. And I absolutely love you and thank you for being on this journey with me. Have a beautiful day and take care.